Hello, brothers and sisters. So you have now this Monday, you are going to be turning in your essay for part one, and I gave you some examples that were from Sister Tanya Croft, who is my mentor. But these are people who did well on part one and part two of these assignments. So you can read them through after you do yours, and you can figure out if there is anything you want to add to yours. Now remember, whenever you do this thing in pages, um, the margins don't turn out right. So make sure that you do the margins right when you do yours. So Monday night, you'll turn them into me, and then you'll be starting on the second part of your essay. And so let's look down at it. Okay, let's look at the overview. This one is a synthesis one, and you're going to be talking about the synthesis part. Now this has 1,200 words and 3 additional sources. So let's look at this. Your job is to analyze each of the points of view or positions taken in the essay and then synthesize the debate for your readers. So as you're looking at it, you're talking about why is the issue significant, who's the most effective, what sides are debating, and there's lots of sides. Hopefully you guys all decided on a really, really good one to be writing on. Why do the people think they do, and why do they take their position? What values? This is an important one here, because lots of times whenever you're doing an argument essay, you're trying to get things things that they can find together so that you could work out a synthesis for them. So what values do the different point of views share? That's really important. But also it's important to know what values they don't share. And then there's sometimes going to be different definitions. How do the various points of view define the values they hold? So, make sure that you look at that. And the organization and structure. Your draft of this is not due till week 8. So you've got some ways to work with it. Work with this. But you can there's 3 main ways to structure it. So because you're going to be turning in your outline soon. And so just go over these really things. You could do number 1, remind them of the topic and issue, analyze point of view 1, point of view 2, synthesize them. 3, synthesize them, conclude with a significance. As you get them, as you learn more about this, you're going to learn more about how to synthesize and stuff. So let's just take one step at a time. So you're going to do research. You're going to look at 3 articles that you plan to use in your synthesis essay, and look at the effective organization of research to talk about how otherwise you're going to be looking all over the place and trying to figure out where it is that you put this one or that one or something else. You're not required to submit anything, but finding them would be doing a good job on organizing your things would be very well. So you're going to follow the rubric. Okay, the next part is we are going to be signing up for a student-teacher conference. Now, it is suggested to do it like a doodle thing, and I'm going to meet with you sometime over the next week. Over this, we're going to figure out this week a time for either next week or the week after. I think with so few of us, we've only got 11 left of us. All you need to do is send me a time when both of us could get together. We're going to have to kind of look. I am in Central Standard Time because I'm in Texas. And so if you could figure out a time when I would be awake and you would be awake, give me a choice of 3. Send me an email. I could do it this time, and this time. And then we'll figure out some time that we can do it in week 6 or 7. So you're gonna work over your essay at that time. It'll be really cool. I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys. I think it will be so fun. So just send me some times this week. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. Because I think we can do it without a doodle thing. Then you're going to learn about commas. If I have mentioned lots of comma errors for you, make sure you pay a lot of attention to this. And I have handouts if you want me to give them to you. So let me know if you want some extra handouts on commas. I don't care if you want them or not. I'm going to go ahead and put them in. I'll put them in week 6. Or week 5. Are we on week 5? I think we are. And then you're going to do this practice of the protocol remotely proctored. So you're going to practice that because you're going to be doing that for some of the quizzes. We'll be learning that together. I don't know how to do it. Oh, and you need to tell me this week. Yay! I get some input. So you're going to tell me some things that you think I'm doing well. Tell me some things I can improve on, because I absolutely would love to improve. Tell me some things, whatever you would like. I believe that is it for this time. Let's make sure. Yep, here's your examples. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask me. I didn't realize that you also were talking to me in the assignment submission things, but now I do. And so I really try to get back to you. And I hope that everything is going well. I hope you can get everything all worked out. And if you by any chance did not turn in an essay for peer review to do, still turn in your regular essay at the end, because this one is worth 50 points. So make sure that you turn it in by Monday night, even if you didn't do a peer review. Just because you didn't do a peer review doesn't mean you can't do the other one. And God bless you, brothers and sisters. I pray for you. I pray that you will do well. I think about you guys in your differing situations in this place and that place and all over the place. And I have it's gotten kind of icky looking, but I have and one of my granddaughters wrote on it, but look at this. I have your names, I don't know if you can tell or not. But I have your names written down and a couple of ideas about you, where you are. And so when I'm grading your essay, I think, oh yeah, that's the one that just got married. Oh yeah, that's the one that grew up in China but's living in Canada. Oh yeah, that one's the one that has 2 girls, 6 and 4. I love thinking of you whenever I'm grading your essays. So anyhow, we are done. So I'm looking forward to reading them. And I will talk to you again next week.